Timothy, he's put on the track for us of what we can expect, the timing, possible timing of this possible tornado, this tornadic thunderstorm. Looks like it can get to Van Wert just about around 7 o'clock at this point. I would be surprised if there was a tornado on the ground at this point, but regardless, you do need to be seeking shelter if you live between Bryant and Byrne and in those communities right now, because there's still an active tornado warning until 6:30. Lots of rain, even a heavy little batch of it and more of an intense thunderstorm moving through the northwest side of town, moving into downtown Fort Wayne. Oh, it's going to be a cold one tomorrow. The high temperatures are going to be 527 degrees below zero. Volcanoes, tornadoes, you name it, we got it going on. You know, April Fool's, guys. Oh, I got you going there. Yeah, but the snow's coming down so hard, so fast, that it's actually, looks like it's sticking to the roadways, but it's melting at the same time. Yeah. Give yourself some extra time for your morning commute. 5:12 a.m. and almost feel like I need a glove to touch these temperatures. They're just that cold. But today's near record-breaking cold. The record low for today is 8 below, so we are certainly on our way to tie or even shatter that record as we're dealing with dangerously cold temperatures today on your evening commute. I feel like Mother Nature just wants to keep the roads wet for when we're going to work and we're coming back home from work today. But in the middle, I think it's going to be pretty good for you. But today, you can, for the most part, put away the umbrellas, but don't put them too far away, as we're going to be tracking more rain headed our way tomorrow. We'll take our high temperature up to 53. 6:42 a.m. on this Friday, and you know, we are looking at some cooler temperatures. We're into the 40s right now, mostly cloudy skies, but as we head to lunchtime, those clouds continue to increase. We're still going to be dry though for your lunch, but temperatures a little bit cool into the 50s. But by the afternoon, temperatures into the mid-60s, and we're going to see some rain showers begin to move into the area, but not really expecting any thunderstorms until we get into the area later tonight. And this is going to be the threat for maybe some of those thunderstorms here in Fort Wayne, Allen County. We're going to maybe see a few thunderstorms, but further south, we have the better chance of seeing some stronger thunderstorms that could be turning severe. But it's going to be the same thing for tomorrow, tracking potential for some thunderstorms. And then even as we look into Sunday, threat for thunderstorms is there. But in terms of severe thunderstorms, even strong thunderstorms, looks like the threat's going to be a little bit further towards the west. But I wouldn't be surprised if Fort Wayne was eventually included in this as we get closer. And of course, we'll be tracking it and watching it very closely for you. But for today and tomorrow, we're giving this a thunderstorm impact number of 1 out of 5 on our scale. So thunderstorms certainly possible, and some of those thunderstorms could be strong. Now, we're not expecting widespread severe weather, but some strong gusty winds, maybe even some very small hail, very possible for those storms that we're expecting. But if you're going to be going to the Tin Caps game tonight, grab an umbrella, a rain jacket, whatever you need to stay dry. I wouldn't be surprised if there were some rain delays, but I think they'll be able to get the game in today. Temperatures are going to be into the 60s for us for first pitch at 7:05, but as you're coming home, still tracking those rain showers, potentially still moving through, and temperatures into the 50s for you by then. But a light jacket this morning with temperatures into the 40s right now, and as we track these temperatures throughout the morning, we're going to be warming up in the 50s and getting closer to 60 by lunchtime, and then in the afternoon, we're expected to get into the mid-60s for you here in Fort Wayne. But here's the system that we're tracking. It's going to be headed our way and bringing one piece of energy and one after the other that's going to be affecting us over the next 48 hours. But as we zoom in closer to home, just seeing a few clouds increasing for us. When we track things here on Futurecast for you, it's not until the afternoon we begin to see maybe a few scattered rain showers, maybe even some thunderstorms moving in, but the bulk of the thunderstorms and severe weather is still going to be to our south. It's not going to be quite making its way here into Fort Wayne, but look at what we have for tomorrow. By 7 a.m., just dealing with the cloud cover, maybe a few sprinkles of rain, but the rain chances continue to really increase as we progress through the day on Saturday. By the time we get into the afternoon, we're talking about maybe a shield of rain moving in, and it's going to be a very, very wet day Saturday and even a very wet Saturday night into Sunday with a chance of more thunderstorms for you there. So we'll track that closely, of course, but we'll enjoy today. 67, going to be a little bit cool this morning, but we're not going to be tracking that rain until we get to the overnight hours really moving through for you. And the threat for thunderstorms exists all weekend long. This is not a weekend to get outside and do much outside in the yard or anything like that, but we're going to finally begin to dry out as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday before maybe another shot of more rain showers. But notice how much cooler those temperatures get. We're going to go take a look at a live shot outside right now of downtown Fort Wayne. Take a look at that. Beautiful
The sunrise is absolutely stunning this morning.
It's on fire right now, that sky. You took a photo, I'm pretty sure you tweeted it.
I have, or I will. I can't remember.
We'll certainly get it out there for you, but we're going to still be tracking the threat for thunderstorms all weekend long. I'm going to be here. Chief Meteorologist Chris Daniels will be here. And of course, Meteorologist Timothy Albertson will be in covering things this weekend. And if we need to, we'll bring in another meteorologist if the conditions warrant.
Yeah, and absolutely best weather team in the business. So we appreciate it, my friend.
We appreciate it.
Back on May 3rd of 1999, I lived through one of the largest tornadoes known to history.
Christelle Womack Moreno and her brother were driving near Moore, Oklahoma, when a tornado warning siren came over the radio.
The guy on the radio said to seek refuge, to get underneath an overpass. This is the bridge that I was underneath. We laid on our bellies and my brother got in front of me and was able to hold onto a crack in the concrete. And I screamed at everybody, let's hold on to each other's legs. I was telling my brother that, trying to scream to tell him I loved him for the last time, because I really thought that was it.
The tornado had moved on, and the aftermath was devastating.
After that happened, I looked at my brother. We were both still up in the crevice, and one other guy. Everybody else, there were maybe about 12 of us total, had been sucked out.
One person in their group was killed. While Womack Moreno survived, researchers who studied this tornado learned that taking shelter underneath an overpass is not a good idea.
So what should you do? Find a sturdy structure to seek shelter. And if there isn't one available, leave your vehicle. Find the lowest point available, like a ditch, lay flat,
And cover your head.
Last word of advice, never try to outrun a tornado.
So here is the shirt that I was wearing that day.
In Womack Moreno's case, taking cover underneath an overpass resulted in possibly saving her life. However, she has a number of injuries that still impact her today.
Well, here's the rock from the biggest hole in my arm that was the size of a silver dollar. So just a little tiny rock like this made a hole this big in my arm.
Beyond physical injuries, even 16 years later, Womack Moreno still holds the emotional scars. The Moore tornado is the reason she lives in Deadwood, nowhere near the plains of Oklahoma.
I'd much rather go against a forest fire than a tornado.
Meteorologist Yasser Kishk, Coda Territory News.